How this earth created, how life began on earth, who we are. These are the billion-dollar questions to all of us. Let's discuss about them in deep space. Everything began with a Big Bang. Before the Big Bang, there was a theory called nebular theory. It is the first scientific explanation how the solar system was created. According to that theory, small particles of material in the universe gathered together with the force of the gravity and clumped up, and galaxies, the sun, and all the other planets were formed. In Big Bang theory, it was said that the universe was a large energy source with a great energy, and a very giant explosion took place and large clouds of dust particles were created. These dust particles clumped together and the galaxies were created. Our solar system was also created in the galaxy known as Milky Way galaxy. At first, the Earth had been very hot object and its volcanic activities were very high. The Earth got gradually cooled and less volatile metals with high density was formed the core of the Earth. The Earth's crust was created later by light silicon rocks. These elements which are present in the Earth crust reacted with each other and gases were formed. In the early Earth, the atmosphere has carbon dioxide, methane, hydrogen sulfide, but there were no oxygen present. The extreme heat of the Earth caused evaporation of water on the planet. This evaporated water get condensed in the atmosphere and the clouds were formed. The water droplets in the clouds joined together and dropped onto the earth as heavy rain. Because of this heavy rain on the earth for many years, which is rich with minerals collected in lower lands and oceans. The life on earth was created 3.5 billion years ago, but no one really knows how the life on earth was created. But the scientists have put up some theories to prove that the life on earth was created in this way. So there are four main theories that were put up to describe the origin of life on earth. The first theory was the theory of special creation. In this theory, they have mentioned that all living organisms on earth were created by a supernatural power. But since there were no evidence to prove this theory was outdated. The second theory, the spontaneous generation theory. In this theory, that was stated that the life on earth was originated from non-living things in a spontaneous manner. For example, rats were born from pieces of cloth, maggots who born from rotten meat. Since there was no evidence for proving this theory and the theory was scientifically disapproved by the scientist Louis Pasteur, this theory was also outdated. In cosmozoic theory, it was suggested that the living materials might have got established on Earth from a fallen meteor with living organisms or by spacecraft from other planets. This theory has been not proved scientifically. The theory of biochemical evolution was put forward by two scientists, Haldane and Oparin, and was scientifically proved by Stanley Miller by conducting scientific investigations in laboratory. In this theory, that was stated that in the beginning of the Earth, the gases in the atmosphere reacted with each other using the energy by lightning, eruption of volcanoes, and by ultraviolet radiation of the sun. These materials dissolved in rainwater and collected in ocean. This mixture was known as the primordial soup. The first living cell or the pre-cell appeared as the result of a biochemical reaction in primordial soup. The first organism was a unicellular organism and does not need oxygen to breathe and depend on other food items. They cannot produce their own food. The first form of life on Earth is considered to be simple unicellular bacteria. Then the first photosynthetic organisms, unicellular algae, was formed. Unicellular algae can produce their own food. They used carbon dioxide in the atmosphere and they produce oxygen and they release oxygen to the atmosphere. Many changes took place in the body of the unicellular organism and the multicellular organisms were born. Gradually, tissues, organs and systems were created in these multicellular organisms and the world of animals and plants were formed. The first multicellular organism is Cnidarians or else jellyfish. After that, earthworm, snail, insects and fish were created. The first type of vertebrates are fish, and after that amphibians were originated from fish. Amphibians came out of the water to the terrestrial environment. Reptiles evolved as a result of gradual evolutionary changes occurred in the amphibians. The reptiles completely adapted to the terrestrial life. From reptiles, birds and mammals were evolved. The evolution of human took place about 12 million years ago. Modern human originated about 5 million years ago. The plants were created by the photosynthetic algae in the ocean. What is evolution? Let's know them simply. The modern animals and plants were originated by a simple living unicellular bacteria. Because these bacteria undergo many changes due to the changes in the natural environment. The gradual development occurred from the simple organisms to modern complex organisms is called as evolution. There are various evidences to prove that evolution has really occurred. How the animals have been distributed in the world is one evidence for evolution. The comparative anatomy is taken as the second evidence for evolution. For example, fish have two-chambered heart. Amphibians have three-chambered heart. Reptiles have three-chambered or four-chambered heart, while mammals and birds have four-chambered heart. The complexity of heart have been increased gradually through evolution. From the fossils also, we can get evidence to prove that evolution have been occurred. What is a fossil? Fossils are preserved plant and animal parts that are found during various excavations. Such type of fossils are found in rock, ice, peat bog, volcanic ash and in mud. Fossils are formed by the harder part of an animal such as skeleton, teeth or shell. Sometimes when a dead animal gets deposited in the mud, they will decay and the resulting cavity will get filled with materials like silica. The fossil has same shape of the original skeleton. Some insects' external skeleton was preserved in tree resin and are fossilized. The preserved body of extinct animals such as mammoths are found within icebergs within the countries of the polar region. The footprints of animals such as dinosaurs preserved due to extreme environmental conditions are also considered as fossils. The rocks in the earth crust were formed in different stages and were arranged in different layers. These layers contain fossils of plants and animals. The early deposited rocks are at the bottom and the older fossils can be seen there. The fossils in recent era can be seen on the top layer of the rocks. Where these fossils were found, in which layer the fossils were found, can be determined by the period which the fossils were there. The study of fossils in rock layers reveals about the plant and animals that lived in different periods of Earth. There are some other organisms which have non-evolved during the period of life. These organisms are called as living fossils. Coelacanth, Lingula, dragonfly, cockroach, lungfish, and tree fern are known as living fossils. Why evolution is important? Evolution is important in biodiversity. There is a competition among animals for the limited resources in the environment. When these creatures succeed, they will naturally selected and established in the environment. The creatures who cannot compete with the changing environment will die and become extinct. These creatures have created a large biodiversity in the natural environment. The process of evolution, novel species can also be evolved from the former species. This is known as speciation, and this process broadens the biodiversity further. Charles Darwin is considered as the father of evolution. He put forward the natural selection theory, which is scientifically accepted theory about evolution. In natural selection theory, he stated that the survival of the fittest, that the animals who is best adapted to the environment will survive, and those who have not adapted to the environment will get extinct. Thanks for watching. Be with Bee World for more fascinating videos.